The clerk's dismissal came smooth and cold, like a silk ribbon pulled too tight. Next defendant. Try to keep up. Some people here value their time. She didn't look up, only tapped a pen in slow, judgmental rhythm, eyes fixed on her screen as though the woman before her were an interruption rather than a human being. Soft light glowed across the courtroom's polished floor, catching the woman's reflection. Silent, steady, wrapped in an unspoken confidence. The woman approached with a calm that felt practiced, almost deliberate. She noticed everything: the clerk's smirk, the raised brow, the subtle pleasure she took in condescension. Yet her expression never shifted. The clerk flipped the folder open with careless impatience. "If this is all you brought, you're already off to a bad start." The woman's breath remained even, her voice soft enough to hush the room. "Are you sure you understand who I am?" The courthouse hierarchy lived in every gesture. Clerks directing traffic, attorneys gliding with polished certainty, defendants trying not to take up space. Marissa, the clerk, occupied her post with quiet superiority. She didn't raise her voice. She never needed to. Tone alone reminded others where she believed they belonged. Dr. Imani Rhodes entered without the symbols of power she normally carried. No tailored suit or staff, just a plain coat and a folder held lightly in one hand. Her calm presence didn't match the role she'd been assigned in Marissa's mind. When Marissa opened the folder and glanced at Imani, a tiny smile tugged at her lips. People really should come prepared. The comment drew a couple of amused looks from nearby staff. Imani only observed, silent, calculating, composed. As Marissa flipped another page, a metallic emblem briefly reflected the overhead lights, a quiet contradiction, something that didn't belong in a defendant's file. Imani's past wasn't dramatic. It was simply powerful. Years of leadership, policy, oversight. But Marissa saw only what she wanted. Another case to process, another moment to feel important. "Answer exactly as I ask," Marissa said, adjusting her glasses with unnecessary authority. "This office runs on precision." Imani nodded. "Precision matters." Marissa continued with clipped instructions and repeated corrections, each one a small attempt at dominance. Imani responded with brief, controlled answers that revealed nothing except patience. The tension tightened when Marissa opened the folder again and finally saw it. The embossed government seal pressed into the inner page. Her hand stalled mid-motion, eyes narrowing for half a second before she snapped the folder shut as if she'd imagined it. "Where did you get this?" she asked, her tone shifting without permission. Imani tilted her head slightly, offering only silence. The first cracks in the clerk's confidence began to show. Imani let the silence deepen until it sharpened the air. Then, with gentle clarity, she said, "It was issued to me. It's part of my work." Marissa's posture stiffened. She opened the folder again, slower, careful this time. The seal wasn't decorative. It belonged to a role far above anyone in that room. Her breath hitched in a barely audible pause. Before she could speak, the judge stepped out of chambers mid-sentence, then stopped. "Dr. Rhodes, I wasn't told you'd arrived." Heads turned. The courtroom shifted, not in noise, but in awareness. Marissa's face drained as recognition settled layer by layer. Dr. Imani Rhodes wasn't a defendant at all. She was the newly appointed chief administrative officer, the judge's direct superior, and the highest-ranking official in the building. Imani met Marissa's eyes with quiet steadiness. "Shall we continue?" The room held its breath.
Karma didn't need volume. It simply balanced the scales. Marissa's voice trembled as she tried to recover. "I didn't realize." Imani offered a calm hand. "Respect shouldn't depend on titles." The judge, now fully attentive, spoke with sincere deference. "Anything you require, Dr. Rhodes, my office is available." Imani nodded, but kept her gaze on Marissa. "Today, I'd just like to follow standard procedure." The tasks resumed, but the energy was different. Marissa moved with careful respect, each action a quiet acknowledgement of her earlier misjudgment. Imani did not gloat, correct, or punish. Her presence alone was enough to reshape the room. When the final document slid across the counter, Imani accepted it with a composed smile. "May your future interactions begin with listening," she said softly, "not assumption." Marissa bowed her head, humbled. "The truth doesn't shout, it waits. This is Black Twisted Stories."